We're going live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to It's the Liquor Talking right here on WCRN AM 830. And I got some good news and some bad news, Randall.
Oh boy.
The bad news is that it's raining outside for like the 12th Saturday in a row.
That's right.
The good news is the weather is always perfect inside a liquor store.
That's right.
And I got one more good
And-
news. And I got one more good news. You want to hear the other good news?
Sure.
Ray's here.
Ray's here, and I think that that's no coincidence because I think we're looking at a big wine event that's indoors
Yes.
today.
I'm playing him music.
I know it's contractually obligated.
Yeah, we have to do it.
The rose petal budget that we have to
I
throw
only
on
have
the
to do that
floor
one.
is out of control. But
Oh,
you know, these
I
are
got to
what
take
you
a
have to
second
deal
job for that rose petal
Yeah.
thing. Well,
And
dude,
ermine.
right
The
today,
ermine contract.
the ermine. We can't use real ermine anymore. You know that, right?
Right, but even the fake ermine.
In the fakes, it's
the
well,
tariffs are
yeah.
just going nuts.
insane. Well,
Here he
Ray's
is.
here, right? Ray, we have summertime with summer wines. The weather won't show it, but we're going to actually drink some wine today here at the Julio's Liquors, Route 9 in Westboro at 2 to 3:30 today, correct?
Correct.
All right. So listen, I don't care. It's junky outside. So come to the liquor store. We're going to have a wine festival. Everything will be okay.
Mhm.
Right? What have you guys put together for us for this wine festival?
Well over 100 wines with summer in mind. So
Okay.
a lot of whites.
As soon as the weather
Botanics.
breaks, you will be prepared if you come today.
Absolutely.
As soon as the
But
weather.
aren't some wines pair well with rain as well? I mean, I don't know.
Rain in the summertime.
Right.
On a rainy day, yeah,
You're
Who did
inside.
that one? The
you're-
alarm? The alarm? Rain in the summertime? Is that the
Yeah.
alarm? Yeah,
I
think
don't
it is.
know.
That's good. No, yes, you're right. Randall, listen, you can drink wine inside, outside, in the rain, in the sun,
Right.
snow, everything.
I thought it was a Dr. Seuss having
Yeah,
fun.
you're having
In the
fun
sun.
in the sun. Drink some wine.
All right.
I don't know. I lost
You
it after that.
poured some stuff
I did.
Yeah.
pour
Well,
some
we got to do this
using
one. Hold
my
on.
deductive.
It's the wine of the week. All right. Here we go with the wine of the week.
Okay.
All right. What do you got?
All right. So with the tasting in mind, with summer in mind, for me, rosés, a summer.
Yeah.
But also New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs. Something about
Now that's really weird because wouldn't it be winter there if it's summer here?
it is. It is very good, Ryan.
I
It
know.
is winter there.
Listen, my mother didn't raise no dummies except for my brother and sister. All right. So I
Yeah.
hope they're listening. They're not. Yes.
So, we have upstairs, we have, I can't tell you how many New Zealand Sauv Blancs, but we also have what we call the premium level of
Okay.
Sauvignon Blancs. And I thought we'd show one because we're also going to show it at the tasting this afternoon.
That nose is really good.
It is which is unusual in this day and age, but it's still a family-owned winery. It's called Dog Point. Dog Point Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand. And it's 2023 vintage. What sets this apart? The complexity of the wine, the depth of the wine is far better than the average New Zealand Sauv Blanc. So this is on a
The nose
level-
on this is insanely good.
yeah, it's
The depth looks like 2 fingers, right?
2 fingers.
It's only 2 fingers deep, but the flavor goes
Oh,
much
the
deeper than that,
complexity of
Randall.
The flavor.
Yeah,
is
the
very
flavor.
deep.
So the aromatic of this, I mean, you get a white peach, you get lime, you get a little hint of grapefruit, you
Yeah,
get
that's good.
passion fruit, but in a very, very flinty and minerally driven wine, which I just love. Great acidity, like I said, great structure to the wine. And believe it or not, Sauvignon Blanc, usually you buy it, you drink it, or maybe a year later. This has up to 7 years of ageability.
Really?
It does. Yeah.
Now I'm going to say there's a there's a smell on the nose, and this is not a negative, but it's there, and
it's
I want to talk about it for a second. And both Randall and Ray probably, have you ever tied up trees when you get to the wintertime and you use jute rope?
Yeah.
All right. Smell this wine again. There's like this slight
Wet burlap,
hint
jute.
that
Yeah.
treated rope, like natural rope.
Sisal.
Is that what it is? What's that one?
Cecil.
Cecil?
No.
Sisal. But it's got it there. It's really good.
SISAL, right?
Yeah. What is that though?
That's a natural plant fiber.
Oh, okay. Smells like it's got that
Right.
little bit on the. This has got a lot of flavor.
a lot
Sauvignon
going
Blanc.
on.
There's a
A lot.
lot.
Yeah,
going on.
and I would have to say that when I originally nosed it, I was like, this doesn't, you know how it can sometimes smell winey? I'm going to be very generic in my
Yeah.
descriptors.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is a pretty complex nose because if I was blindfolded and I smelled this, I don't think I would think instantly wine because I don't have that developed of a aroma palate or whatever. But once you get into the taste of it, it's like delightful, light, crisp, I guess, all these things. And it's chilled. So is this typical of a summer style that you would take the New Zealand one and then chill it before you serve it? Or
Oh, positively.
okay.
Positively.
This is really good. I do really like this one, and I got to tell you, on top of not being sunny today, it is still fairly warm outside and humid. And the first thing when I drank this was I felt refreshed. Like it's nice. It's so crisp and clean. All those flavors are there, but it's just so it almost just takes the humidity away. Right?
It cuts through it. Yeah.
Cuts through it, right?
Yeah. I like the
Is that just me? All right. Well, I'll just keep drinking then. All
I
right.
just, Ryan's been reborn. The thing is, I thought you liked it because it's a dog point, and don't you have some kind of hunting?
Well, I
Animal
will
that's
tell you.
not a
I will
point
tell
of
you.
a-
So our new dog, Poppy, is the head of the house, right? I've taken a back seat, so that's like it was up in the front in the first place. But Poppy is a new puppy, and she is a English Cocker Spaniel field dog, and she does point.
Mhm.
But my daughter now picks her up and says
Points
with
to
her
the
other
back
thing.
of the
Yeah, back of the
room.
bus.
Yeah, you can go there, Ryan.
She points. My daughter uses her other finger and points the paw of shame.
Really?
Yeah, she points it and go, you're bad or whatever. And she has the dog point at people, which I'm like, honey, that's not what I was talking about when I was talking about that she points. But that's what she took out of it. So we'll let it go.
So you're saying this is a premium category, and also that it's family owned, which has got to be part of that. Like like large, like I guess, why and what are we talking about when you say premium? Is that a cost thing, or is that just
It's a cost thing, but a quality thing. as
quality
well.
and a
Yeah.
limited availability thing, or
I don't think we've
It's-
ever had an availability issue,
Okay.
but they're not making 500,000 cases of this. Like
Right.
some of the big, like the Kim Crawfords of the world, but
They're using they're selective in what grapes they're using. The methodology of making the wine is on a small scale.
Right.
So they have a lot of it's always economies to scale. So you're dumping a bunch of stuff in, you're crushing it, you're going through. This is going to be a smaller production.
it says Marlboro on the bottle.
it's
Yeah, not Marlboro, Mass.
Oh,
Marlboro, New
okay.
Zealand.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's like, do they make cigarettes there too? Marlboro cigarettes?
It's about a mile from Fireflies.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That would be great, wouldn't it? Somebody made wine this good, mile from Fireflies. That'd be awesome.
The thing about family owned, which I like a lot, is that when you have a small production, family owned operation,
Mhm.
you pay more attention to detail, and that's where you get the quality level up and the consistency. You don't get that with these big mega producers.
Same thing we do here at Julio's Liquors, Randall.
Yeah.
And we pay attention. We're a small family operation. We
Yeah,
pay attention
yeah.
to stuff.
Yeah.
My
Mostly you
family
watch
is
it.
very dysfunctional, so I worry about that.
Oh,
But it
look who's
sounds like
watching
they
us
have their
today
stuff
on
together.
Facebook. That would be Gail Bird. All right, there we go.
What's something like this run price wise?
So
And
this
it's going to
is,
be open at the show.
It's going to be open in the show, discounted at the show, but the everyday price is $22.99. And once again, it's 2023 vintage Dog Point Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand.
You're going to give discounts at the show today too, right?
Yes,
All right. So
every bottle
Every-
being shown will be discounted.
Oh, that's great. All right. We
Wow.
got 30 seconds. He's going to go get ready for the show, Randall. So
Yep.
you got to take us out of here so we can continue with this nonsense.
Into the rain? No.
No, we're not going to
It's
send
the
Ray into the
liquor
rain.
talking. We're indoors. We're having a great time, and we have more of this program to come on the other side of this commercial break. So please stay tuned. We'll be back after these commercial messages while doing a Facebook Live feed if you want to see the
Yeah, if you
video
want to go to
content.
Julius Liquor's Facebook page and watch this fiasco unfold before your eyes.
And then Ray, thank you for joining
you, Ray.
us in your busy
Always a
schedule
pleasure.
and with your,
Yeah.
touring and,
Oh, it's,
Touring. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right.
okay.
Thanks, Ray. All right, he's gonna go get ready. He's got stuff to get ready. I have Umberto Cesari wine tasting experience presented by Matt Brooks is also Thursday, June 12th.
is that that's the brand?
Yeah,
Is somebody's
Umberto
name,
Cesari,
but
yeah.
it's another guy doing the
Yeah.
presentation.
I don't need that anymore.
All right.
Anyways, don't worry about that
Well,
one, Randall. It fell by the wayside. Hey, don't forget, Dads and Grad sale just started here at Julio's. Don't forget next Sunday, the 15th of June is Father's Day. Go pick your dad up something nice.
And if you've graduated and are going to be at home, he's going to need that. A few
Listen,
bottles.
the other reason he drinks anyways, you gotta get him something, right? So
Yeah, so it's a big event, I think, in terms of that stuff. But the wine event that's going on is just like kind of bonkers.
there's
later
over
this
100
afternoon.
wines at the wine event. There's gonna be over 100 wines. What do you want to do during the break? When Kenny's supposed to show up? Did we do the presidential? Did we try the presidential whiskey last week?
I don't know. I was only here for a portion of it.
Yeah, that's right. You had to take off. That go okay?
Yeah, it was fine.
We
Travel in the summer is bonkers.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. And
So
and
I'm
if
sure people are en route to different things, but
I got it even announced it. Oh, is that a different one? Okay. Oh, I just announced that. That's cool. No, I'll keep it. Thank you. I just got handed a press pass.
update.
Umberto Cesari seminar Thursday, June 12th from 7 to 8 in Julio's Liquor.
This just in.
Just in. Dun, 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 dun.
Hot off of the laser printer.
David Smear is a really good friend of mine. I've known him for years. He is the brains behind Proof and Wood, which is basically a whiskey company that sources and puts together these great whiskeys that are award-winning stuff.
Nice.
And he was in Massachusetts for the longest time, and we have been doing barrels with him. Most people know it from Tumble and Dice is one of his brands.
Yep.
And we've done some great barrels, Tumble and Dice barrels. He lost his wholesaler, so he wasn't in Massachusetts for a while. He's now with Burke Distributing, and he's back. So he sent us some samples of stuff that we could purchase. Now we do have a Tumble and Dice, and we may even try that later. But I gave him a hard time, which I am prone to do, because I always give my friends hard times. And he sent a couple samples of the Presidential Dram, which is aged at least 8 years. This one that we're going to try today is a 10-year Randall.
Okay.
And we're going to be getting this one. It's at 128.74. I'll keep one aside for Kenny when he gets here, but try that and see what you think.
Okay. And this is a bourbon?
This is a bourbon. We just ordered this barrel. This one's actually going to be called George's Bar Tab or Barbell. I can't remember which one we did. George's Barbell. Of course, people know when George Washington, they had their celebratory feast. When Bar Tab was about an equivalence of today's dollars, about $15K.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'll get you the whole thing. It's insane of the amount of money that they went.
And this
through.
led to the whiskey rebellion in Texas.
Yes, it's just a lot of
yeah.
Yeah, they had to pay for
Cover his
that.
barbell.
They had to pay for his barbell. Thank you, Johnny.
And new drinks coming in as we speak.
All right, what do you think of that one?
Excellent.
Man, I'm glad Dave's back. Here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to It's the Liquor Talking right here on WCRN AM 830. And we're also simulcast, and we're being broadcast on Facebook Live, Julio's Liquors Facebook page you can go to. And then Cousin Vinny puts this all back together, and he puts it out as a podcast wherever you can get your podcast, such as Spotify or Apple. You can find it. Look for It's the Liquor Talking. Spell it all the way out because there's other people who've tried to steal the name. Put it all the way out, and then you can follow us on that too. So we're all over. And by the way, we're now on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you can follow us on YouTube. And in joining us on the dais, finally, we didn't know if he was going to show or not, but whatever.
Well, we're welcome.
It's
Hello.
Kenny Sadowski, the beverage whisperer himself. Wait, let me give him his lip. He likes to whisper too. Kenny Sadowski is here today. He's back from Miami, and yeah, give this to Kenny.
Yeah.
So during the break, we tried. This is a barrel sample, Kenny, of Presidential. This is going to be a new one coming out. Presidential from Proof and Wood, and it's a 10-year-old bourbon. 120. What did I say? 128. 128 something. 128.74.
128 is a parking lot.
It's a parking lot. That's what I should have called it. Called it George's Bar Bill, for George Washington. But try that. See what you think.
It's
So that's-
excellent.
An advanced sample that you've got the barrel coming in at some point.
Yeah. They've been ordered. So she should only produce about like 24 cases or so. So not a lot of it. It'll be about I think it's like $75, but it's a 10-year-old cask strength. It's pretty good. I think it's great.
And over the
Yeah.
commercial break, I heard a lot of rattling and activity. And then
John is like
appearing
rust.
in front of us is
Yeah.
another little cocktail.
John is like rust. He never
Mm.
sleeps.
Yep.
And he's
It
over
looks
there.
good.
Johnny on the spot is putting together a cocktail for us. He actually put the recipe on the Facebook Live feed. It's on there. And what we've been doing, just for people, because people have been asking us, we're taking John's recipes and we're putting them in our newsletter. So if you get our newsletter, go to juliusliquors.com, get our newsletter. You get the newsletter. They're also going to be in there, so you can keep up with all the things that we're drinking. And today, he didn't put a title on this one though. Oh yeah, the White Negroni, but he's using Nonino Grappa instead of gin.
Their classic presentation.
No, so
Oh,
the
I-
argument,
okay.
Kenny, you might have missed this. So the argument is they have Nonino Amaro
Delicious.
which is delicious. They have a reserve, and we had Francesca here, Nonino here, and she berated everybody because we'd say, well, the regular Nonino instead of the reserve. So there is no regular Nonino. And I said, no, that's her fault, not mine. If you don't want it to be called regular, you got to put classic or classico on the label.
Original.
Or original. They could do that too. But John's been I think he was a little smitten. John's been making a ton of recipes using their products, which is great because he's got the Moscato di Nonino Grappa in this. And
It's
he's
easy
got
for you to say.
yeah, I know, really, isn't it? Liapertivo, the Nonino Liapertivo he's using this. He's using Luxardo Bitter Bianco and lemon peel to make this white Negroni. So cheers, everybody.
Yeah.
Cheers. Is this the drink of the show?
This is a drink of the show.
Yes.
I think you've been here long enough to realize there's not just one.
They will be.
We will be doing the drink of the show, but
Wow,
Mm.
that's really good.
John, this is fantastic.
I would need some vodka in it to kick it up a notch.
It's got grappa in it.
Yeah,
What, you want more grappa?
too smooth. I've never had grappa that smooth.
Yeah. Well, that's part of it, though. That's what a lot of people were saying about the Nonino grappa is that, for those of you who don't know grappa, it's akin to rocket fuel. It's a brandy sort of base thing that they use all the great parts that you wouldn't use, the stems, the must, everything to
The
use. it to make.
unleaded fuel.
The unleaded
no,
fuel. And they can be quite harsh and usually is sold in a fancy bottle so that you buy them. But really good grappas, like this one, and this was actually a Moscato grappa, actually have some really nice flavors to them and are a little bit more appeasing to the palate. How's that?
Sure.
Yeah.
But Johnny, this is a really good drink. This is a
Yep.
nice summer drink.
Well done.
Yeah, very good. Let me ask you a question though. Has anybody had anything that Johnny's made that they didn't that was terrible?
No, not terrible, but there's definitely, I was one and done on something. I think it was last week. It's
Oh,
just
you-
not my taste.
Oh,
I
well,
mean,
you
it
got
wasn't
taste. Yeah,
bad. I
that's
just
right,
Didn't
right.
like it.
Well, quality. John's known for his quality.
Right.
It was the Malort paper plane. You missed that one.
Yeah.
You missed that one, Kenny. Just count yourself lucky. Johnny did a
Reserve?
great
Was
job on it.
The Malort Reserve.
Yeah,
Yes. It was
the Malort
it was
barrel
a
aged.
special barrel aged.
Yeah,
Yeah.
barrel aged Malort. Yeah, that was
Reserve isn't far off.
fantastic. All right, gentlemen. I use the
All right.
term.
Where?
in its-
Are you talking?
I
about-
use
Yeah,
the term in its
okay.
Who
loosest
came
sense
in?
possible.
I'm looking around.
Does everybody know it's the 50th anniversary of Jaws, the film Jaws? Did you know that?
I have
Im-
heard rumors.
You heard rumors? So well, it is. Narragansett is doing some retro cans, so I figured we'd all get one.
Is it literally today?
No, I don't know if it's today,
No.
1975, right?
Because
So it's-
I mean, yesterday was
Oh,
a really important day, 81st anniversary of D-Day.
well, that's
real.
I posted on that one. I've had the privilege of going to Normandy.
now
And,
I have a
That's cool.
crocheted hat, like a summer.
Oh, with the metal
and it's these cans.
Oh.
That
cans. I
molded
remember those.
because my grandparents had it, or it was something from easily from the 80s.
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
predated that a
exactly.
little
No, exactly. That was
Yeah.
a big thing. My aunt crochets. I should bring that
bit.
back.
And they would punch little holes.
We're
with
gonna
a hole
save these
punch,
cans.
And
gonna
then
save these
it was
cans.
like a bucket hat,
Yeah.
except it was crocheted.
Crocheted. I get.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what?
Well,
I-
you know what? That other one that they just released last week. That's for the state from.
Oh, the
Jack
mass hole?
Sabbath. Yeah, I wouldn't mind
mass-
one of those hats.
What are those hats? Well,
Yeah,
that's,
that would
it's
be a
quite,
good
it's
one.
quite
Yeah.
fitting. Those would be good to wear to the Red Sox game.
Yeah.
So this is the retro
Wow.
can. Somebody said, "Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't have the shark on it." I go, "Yeah, it's a retro can. It means that it looks similar to the one that was available
Sure does.
in 1975. It's a limited edition can. I did find out, however, by the way, in these packs, this is a 12. I got the 12 pack here, which does have the shark on it. In these 12 packs,
On the
I
outside
guess,
of the box.
yeah, I guess there's a it's sort of like a Willy Wonka find the golden ticket. There are a special edition can randomly put in these 12 packs, and I think you win a trip to Martha's Vineyard if you or a chance at
Wow.
one if you get one of these special cans, something like that. You'll have to look for the rules and regulations. But I didn't know that was part of this whole deal. We got a nice display up front of these. You want to pop it? I'm popping a
Oof,
there
why
again.
wouldn't I?
Hi, neighbor. Now we're gonna be like Quinto and just drink it out of the can. I'm not
Oh, yeah.
crushing the cans today, though. I'm telling you that right now.
Gansett.
Oh yeah, that is Gansett.
Dude, that I remember going down in Rhode Island, sneaking one of these off
That's
in-
refreshing.
in the woods with my buddies drinking Gansett, and
Classic
this is really good.
beer taste.
I never did that
And the only thing that's a little bit
because
weird.
Atlas's warehouse had Miller in it. So
Yeah,
we
that's
would
true. That's right.
always
Well,
steal
yeah,
stuff
well,
from the
yeah,
warehouse.
exactly.
On
Oh,
the
my-
front, it has a 1975 limited edition. That kind of breaks a little bit of the retro feel.
Yeah, but it does
you
look like
spin
the
it
old can.
around, and then there's a QR code and crush it like Quint 50th
Yeah.
anniversary on the back of it. So as
Well-
long as you're looking at it from the front, if you're making the hat, you want just the front portion of the can.
It says on the back, be on the lookout for a specially marked shark can for your chance to an ultimate getaway trip to Martha's Vineyard. Martha's Vineyard. That's great. That, you know what? Some things never change, and that tastes exactly the same. That
Beer
brings me back
flavored
big
It
time.
really does. I haven't had one of these in a long time. It's very refreshing.
But now I want some hot dogs. I want to, we need to cook some hot
well,
dogs.
in Ganssettville, they'd be called gagas.
And when you,
We
used
need
to-
a gaga.
we used to
Is
actually,
that the hot dog or the
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
That's
We
a
used to
hot dog
actually
in
make,
Providence gagas.
steam the hot dogs in beer too, with Narragansett beer. That was a big thing
Yeah.
too.
Brat.
Well, we used to do just hot dogs.
Well, it was
It's on
low
a
budget.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were low
exactly,
budget. We didn't have.
exactly.
We're not as fancy as you. boy.
Gansett and hot dogs. It's kind of
Well,
doesn't really strike
wait, can
us.
I just do a quick convergence of the two idiotic things that I brought up?
Sure.
D-Day
Yes.
And around the time of this would have been Daniel Simpson Day from Animal House.
Yeah.
There you go. You're
That's
right on the
another
mark.
D-Day.
Right, yeah, right on the mark. To bring us around, because it is the 50th anniversary of Jaws, I got a commemorative bottle, Jaws Select 50th anniversary, 1975 to 2025, Legendary Thrills Celebration Edition. Now,
What is it?
these are just bottles that they sell that look
Ah.
like the shark. I don't know if you guys can see that on
Yeah,
the thing
yeah.
up there, but it looks like the shark, and it says Jaws on it. They looked bigger online than this, but I filled it because it was supposed to be with
Ah,
Jaws.
okay.
I filled it with. I was trying to think of like, what do I fill this with? I did the Family Reserve Gosling's Black Seal Family Reserve
Good call.
rum,
Mm-hmm.
because next week is gin rummy, which we're gonna have some cool stuff on. And I filled it with that, so I figured I'd pour you guys some. Johnny, you want to grab one of these?
I was
And,
going to say, it
Be
reminds me
careful.
of
There's teeth on it.
Margaritaville
So, yeah.
and the song Fins. From
oh
Jimmy
yeah, well, that's
Buffett.
cool too. Here you go, John.
Because there is a fin sticking out.
There is a fin on the back, which will probably break off. But
I was going to say, that looks like a definite
The-
shatter hazard right
Right.
there.
I thought it was cool, and for the 50th anniversary, of course, you got to put rum in it because it's
Mhm.
the sea, it's the ocean, it's pirates and fishermen. All right, so
Yeah.
try that. This is always
Gosling's is good.
well, the Family Reserve is awesome. It's so good. And not a lot of people have had it or know
I've
about
never,
it.
if that's what it, I've never had it because I only had Goslings in like Dark and Stormies.
Right.
Yeah.
And by the way, you can only make a dark and stormy with Goslings. You know
Allegedly.
that, right?
Allegedly.
No.
No, no. It's
No, that's
protected.
that's actually protected.
Yeah.
That's
well,
the
let
law.
them come to my house and bust me for making it with Mount Gay.
They will. Now that you've said it, they'll be
I don't
expect it back on
live
the door.
at.
Dun-dun.
Mm.
Dun-dun.
This is really good. I love this.
really good.
Isn't that great?
It's not just for breakfast anymore.
No, it is not. But it doesn't hurt. You can't drink all day unless you start in the morning. But I thought this was cool. The little
Well
bottle
done.
was sort of neat too. So
Yeah, really well
I
done.
thought we'd get some of that. All right. We got how much time we got?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Well, that's not enough time to do anything. All right. We're going to take a break. By the way, Kenny, just so you know, I brought my commemorative.
Yeah. Might be the last win of the season.
We got Kenny and I were at the winning game on Wednesday. So I
Well,
got
maybe more of that story when we
Yeah.
come back after this commercial break. It's the Liquor Talking, AM 830 on your dial. Please stay tuned. More on the Facebook Live feed through the commercials.
Kenny, you know, also next week when we do gin rummy, their Goslings is not only going to be pouring their rums, but they're also pouring their RTDs, ready to drinks,
Nice.
which are actually cool. See, but here's the thing is, and maybe you can answer that. I start wondering because they started doing these RTDs and they're called like dark and stormies, but they're different flavors. Now, if you start calling things dark and stormy and makes different flavors, is that going to have an effect on your hold on the name dark and stormy?
I mean, it depends on the breadth of what they trademarked and patented.
That's
but,
what I'm saying.
but either way, I think it's a slight dilution of
Of the name.
because it's laser focused, and so
Mhm.
the question becomes, does it dilute their heritage, or at the same time, on a positive note, could it create a halo effect to the?
Right.
Yeah. But I think you could do a lot of stuff with like dark and windy,
Dark and
dark
breezy.
and rainy,
How about dark and breezy?
dark and drizzly.
Dark and drizzly is,
Wicked-
I think, what we've been
For
having
here,
the
it
last
could be Wicked Dak.
Wicked Zach. Well, we've already done that, and that we're patenting that one. We're about to start our new. By the way, just so you know, we're actually got several new projects going on since we're not on the radio airways. We do have several. Randall and I have several new projects going on with Bully Boy, and we're about to. We're going to be doing another Wicked Dark project, except we're changing the flavor staves in this next one. And then we are working on a, we're not sure, but I think it's going to be I know what it's going to be. It's going to be an American whiskey their American whiskey, aged in a Negroni barrel.
I got to tell you, I was unaware of that brand. She said 1 minute.
Yes, that's one.
I was
minute, okay.
unaware of that brand. And what I think I was first exposed to was that RTG Amaro, carbonated Amaro. Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
I carted some down to Florida and it's no longer there.
Well, we found out that they're doing that barrel aged Negroni. They had called Randall and I and
Port
said
barrel. Yeah.
port barrel. They called Randall and I and said we're gonna do that. What type of barrel should we put it in? And Randall and I just looked at each other. What can you get? And when they hit port, we went like port. Do the port barrel. And do you have any use for the port barrel after you're done? And they're like, no, we hadn't really thought of it. And I go, well, I already have. So can we use that port barrel? And they're like, absolutely. And so I think that's where it's going to go. But I think we're trying to talk them into letting us get some of the Negroni aged in the port barrel. It's going to be only available at the distillery. So we're working on that.
Awesome.
All right. Here we go. Cut me off. All right, we're back to It's the Liquor Talking right here on WCRN. Of course, Randall J. Bird, Spirits Medium to the Gods, is here with us today. And back up from South, I thought he was going to bring sunny weather. Not so much, is the beverage whisperer himself, Kenny Sadowski.
There's a better chance of me bringing Sonny McLean's here than sunny weather.
There you go. You know what? Let's do, because this will lead actually into the next thing I want to do. Let's do the larceny question of the show.
All right.
You know what? I know I have an agent. I can't remember who it is.
It's me.
What happened to the drink of the show?
We'll get to the drink of the show.
there.
Don't worry.
I
There's
don't
plenty
like
of
this
stuff.
chronology.
I don't like this. Listen,
I
you
asked
come
for
15 minutes late and you get
Everything's
what you get.
Upside down.
Yeah, there we go. The larceny question of the show today is a true or false? You got a 50-50 shot, guys. The vintage year on a wine label refers to the year the wine was bottled. True or false? The vintage year on a wine label refers to the year the wine was bottled.
Are you going to
Randall?
give us our options?
Yeah, true or false?
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
Or. Not and.
I'm going to say false.
False. Kenny?
I should know this, and I don't.
Yeah.
Because like intuitively, I say if it's not when it's bottled, it's when it's put in the barrel, right? And then they age it. So I
What are you going
don't
with?
know. Yeah, no, I don't know. So I'm going to go with true.
You're going to go with
I'm
true?
going to go with false because I think it's the
Johnny?
harvest year.
True? John's going with true. Kenny's going with true. Randall's going with false.
Contrarian.
No, Randall just took a stab in the dark. There was no.
Oh, I said I think it's when it was the harvest.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's what you're
Like,
saying.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
That's,
what you're
what it is. The age.
Right, when
if
it
it's
gets put in the
2018,
barrel.
That's
If it-
when they cut the grapes and stomp them or whatever.
They stomp them. Yeah.
Yeah,
they
whatever
crush
they
the grapes.
do with
Yeah.
those grapes. I don't
Whatever
know.
they do with the grapes. Mr. Smith on Facebook also agrees with Randall that it is false. And the answer is Randall actually has been paying attention to El Ray when he comes in because it is absolutely false. All right. It's the vintage year refers to the year the grapes were harvested. An exception of this would be ice vine from Germany picked in January. It would still carry the vintage of the previous year's growing season.
Oh,
Some wines are made from blends of different years, such as sherry or champagne. In these cases, the year is not listed on the label. These non-vintage wines should not necessarily be considered inferior. But it is when the grapes are harvested is the
And the reason this is
Vintage.
significant,
yes.
I'll okay.
I'll
go off the cliff.
No, wait a minute. Everybody,
This is
call
where I
the
messed it up.
press because Randall has now learned enough that he's going to actually expound on his answer.
No. I think this is important to understand because in wine, certain seasons or
Right.
years
Right.
can have good or bad crops, and
Right.
so while a 2018 may be highly desirable, and I'm making this up, a wet weather 2019 with lower yield may not be the one that you, even though you love the 2018, you would want
May
to
not
keep your
taste the
eye
same,
out
especially if they go
for
with
the 2019 because it will be different in a not
Yeah,
as
I'm
good
just
way.
going to say something. You've been paying attention, which is
Barely.
fantastic.
Barely.
Barely. But hey, listen, enough. You've been paying attention enough.
So
Well, that was the larceny question of the show. Good job, Randall and Mr. Smith, for coming up with the correct answer. Now, I know we did the larceny question of the show. So now we're going to do, because so Kenny won't get mad. We're going to do the drink of the show.
right.
Randall, can you hand me the Old Fitzgerald 9? No, the other one. Yeah, that's going to be the drink of the show.
Okay.
So speaking of larceny, we actually had this Whiskey Wednesday. We did Heaven Hill Distillery, who does produce the Old Fitzgerald, which is their weeded version. So is Larceny, which is their other weeded version. But this is the new spring, aged 9 years, spring 2025. This is at 100 proof because it's a bottled in bond. All right, so 50%, and this is the Old Fitz. And I'm going to pour you guys some for the drink of the show. Now, I got to tell you, this is very hard to get whiskey.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny, I got some for you too.
So I want to just take a second.
I got my new
point
mug.
out
Do you see my new
something
mug?
That's very like weird. Like this is like what's the guy who does Finding Your Roots? Dr.
Oh
Gates or
yeah,
whatever.
the professor from
Yeah.
Harvard professor, and I can't think of his name.
And so this
But
is this
now
is,
that you said that, I can't think of his name.
I think it's Gates.
It is Gates. It
Okay,
is
so
Gates.
anyway, here's my take on the pedigree of this, which is so wild or weird.
Mhm.
Back in the day, a man named Pappy Van Winkle worked at a distillery
No.
that was called the Stitzel-Weller Distillery, making a product that was a weeded bourbon called Old Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Diageo, then United Distillers, bought the property.
Correct.
The family took the recipe to Buffalo Trace to make Pappy Van Winkle.
Right.
Heaven Hill bought the label to make Old Fitzgerald,
Right.
and do their version with possibly a slightly different recipe.
It is a slightly different recipe. It is a different recipe, I should say that.
And Stitzel-Weller is now the spiritual home of Bullet Bourbon,
Which has nothing to do with
which has nothing to do with anything that we've talked about.
Except it's owned by Diageo.
except
Right,
that
but
point.
that's
except
why
that point.
that's how they've kept the property and then converted this historic property that has a lot of ties to old school bourbon information and knowledge, and then now they're just putting Bullet.
Here's a weirdest story. You want to hear a weirdest story?
Okay.
Old Fitzgerald is named after John E. Fitzgerald, who is a bondsman for the U.S. government. Yeah, I'll do you want to. For the U.S. government, who was in charge of making sure that the warehouse stayed bonded and that they were paying their proper tax. Well, hold on, I got to drink some.
Right. John
Mr. Fitzgerald,
tax guy.
tax guy working for the government, liked his bourbon, and he would actually he would steal whiskey, a bourbon, out of the barrels for himself to consume. What they were finding, though, is the barrels that he was choosing. This is the story now, part of it. The barrels he was choosing were some of the choicest barrels that they had in the
He
bonded
had good
warehouse.
taste.
Had good taste.
He knew how to charge a toll.
It-
I like the guy.
Yeah, so much so that they actually named the whiskey after him, after the barrels he was picking, and started doing. And of course, this is a bottled in bond, which means it has to come from the same distillery, all distilled in one season, right? At 100, it has to be at least 4 years old, and is at a proof of 100.
Plus,
Those
it
are
has to be the same mash bill from the same distillery. There's some other things about
There's got little things, but that's the base one.
about not watering down or mixing up what the brand is, which
Right.
is the bonding kind of thing.
Right.
But
though.
isn't there a connection between this man and
Larceny-
another Heaven Hill product, which is also a weeded bourbon?
Well, that is so. So they make Old Fitzgerald. But the weird part is they also make John E. Fitzgerald larceny, which is what he was doing, committing larceny in there, and that's what we named the drink of the question of the show. And if you notice, it has the keys because he was the only one that has the key to the bonded warehouse at the time,
Right.
and that's where the project larceny comes into. And a weird thing is that we actually, when we saw the printing of what they were going to come out with larceny, we argued that we should be the first ones to do a barrel of larceny since it had the key and the lock
Right.
and key on it. and we actually finally got our wish, and we did a tons of larcenies that we sold, and we also did the barrel proof larceny, which was our ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Right? Does that convolute enough for you?
But we paid for everything.
Well, yeah, we did pay for everything.
Right. I'm not, in the
Well,
spirit of things.
we got
I
such
would
a
have
great
liked
price.
to have
It's
bought
almost
it.
as if we stole it.
Okay. All right.
How's that? What do you think of this?
It's very good. I wish we had done it sooner.
Are you complaining about your free whiskey again?
Yes.
So
This
this
is really good.
presentation,
I'm
these
whining.
bottles are hard to get, right?
These are hard to get. These are really hard.
Allocated, they don't make
Allocated.
a ton of
Yeah,
them.
they don't make a
Glass
ton.
stopper.
But-
And then also on the table
But-
here is a bottled and bond 7-year, but the diamond stopper that's in glass
Yeah,
is now carved out
I
of
was gonna-
wood.
I was gonna actually pour this for you too, Randall.
Oh, okay.
This is the new bottled and
better
bond
hurry up
7-year-old 100 proof Old Fitzgerald. And the cool part about this is hard to get right now, only because everybody's very excited about it. This is actually going to end up being a staple, and it's going to be regularly on the shelf, and you'll be able to pick it up, which sort of takes care of a lot of people that were looking to try to get larceny. I mean, excuse me, Old Fitzgerald. But these are really, really. I have you got them. Okay. These are really good, and that's what I was telling people. Like, don't overpay for this somewhere, even if we're out. Wait, because this is going to be by August. This is going to be on the shelf all the time. So don't panic; it's coming. But it's I
Very
think you
good.
try it,
Very,
right?
a very,
Very good.
ornate presentation with kind of a connection with the
Yep.
kind of pedal fluted top of it and the stopper. Is that going to be pricey?
No, it's like hold on, I can tell you. I think it's like I want to say it's like $65,
Wow.
Excellent.
Yeah.
something like that. Oh, I got it right here. Hold on, I'll
Could
tell you
be
right here.
70.
Because people are trading that 9-year-old Fitzgerald or special editions at
$65 for the 7-year-old.
5-6 times the price of that.
Yeah. I don't even have the price of the Old Fitzgerald 9 because you can't get it.
Right, but I'm saying that it's
But it's-
ballparking it.
Yeah, it's ballparking.
300
It's
plus
oh yeah, this one.
MSRP. Yeah.
We sell ours to our customers that when we put in the whole card system, we sell ours. I believe it was 140.
140. Yeah.
Yeah, but we sell them at the regular. Right, we make a full margin, but it's not crazy. There are places that will have this for way
Way more, yeah.
Go ahead, Randall. Take us out of here.
All right, it's the liquor talking. We're out of here.
Oh no, just for a
Wait,
break.
what? Oh no, we're just going on a break. We'll be back. More whiskey, hopefully enough to keep Kenny satisfied. Please stay tuned and
Is
find
there
out
enough?
if we can feed the beast.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, I don't know how cold this is, but we're gonna try it anyways.
And
So
we're
this
out.
is a new product that was given to me.
It
This is
looked
sort of
like an agave.
it is. It's a pina, and that's the agave plant with all of its shoots sort of cut off. But it's sort of looks it's agave boom because it sort of looks like a grenade too.
Yeah.
Right. This is a new product that is coming out. So I figured we got a sample of it. It's agave with natural flavors, but it's a wine cocktail. So I was a little unsure of it. So I figured, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what it looks like? You know those plastic limes?
Yeah, that's what I
Sort of
thought it
look
was.
like, yeah. Sort of looks
Lemon
like that.
juice, lime
Lemon
juice.
juice, lime, yeah.
And
Yeah.
try and stay
There you
tuned for our long-term project where we have an extra añejo that's very
RTG.
very dark called Pina Noir.
Really?
Were
Really?
you aware of this
My
project?
goodness.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't aware of that one. Who doesn't have one? Randall doesn't have one. Here you go,
Yeah,
buddy.
I guess I'm being punished for.
They're being punished for that joke. All right, so let's see. 13.9% alcohol. So 27 point whatever proof.
It's almost like a
Product of Mexico.
pulque.
Let's see if it's any good. I'm usually the wine ones. I'm going to tell you the order it goes in from worst to best. I'm going to tell you right now. Anything that's done, almost everything that's done with malt, fermented malt, I don't
Worst.
like. Worst. Wine. Some of them are better than others. I'll give it that way. But spirits are typically the best if you have an RTD or an RTG, ready to drink, ready to go. That's done with distilled spirits are usually the better ones when you're looking at it.
But if you're exposing agave to natural fermentation, you're making a product that will get you drunk.
Yeah.
and it's typically called pulque, but most people don't understand that. So I
Right.
think that's what they're calling agave wine.
No, this is wine based. They're
I
using
mean,
no, they're actually using wine. I don't think
Grape.
they're used. This is not what you're talking about. This is using grape wine. There is. You are right. There is a agave wine, and this ain't
there's
it.
a fermented product
Right.
with agave,
You're right.
which is called pulque.
Which is what they should have done.
Yeah, but it's going to be so confusing, I think, to people that
I'm going to give you. I'll give you the yay or nay, Kenny.
I mean, to me, it's drinkable, so I would say yay. It's not for me, but it's drinkable.
Randall.
I'm fascinated. Like, this is the number one cocktail in the world, right? Margarita.
Margarita. Well, number one in the U.S. anyways.
And so to have a portable margarita that you could throw into your cooler or something, I think there's a market for it. I
Yeah,
just
so
like
yay
a
or nay? But you
handcrafted-
tried it, though.
No.
Nay.
Like
No.
No, it's yay or
No.
nay. I don't know if I was explicit on that one. Yay or nay?
nay so much.
Nay, so much. Okay. The answer is nay.
Right.
And the reason why it's nay is, first of all, it's got this weird aftertaste. One, and I don't know what that's from. I don't know if it's from the wine or it's from the agave product or
Maybe
natural.
that's the boom.
Well, yeah, maybe it's the boom. We'll see later. And the second thing is it's too sweet. It's a sugar. John just said he felt like he dumped a sugar bowl in his mouth. It's too sweet. It went overboard. I mean, a margarita is not exactly the sweetest drink that you would drink. It's more of that tartness to it.
That's
You
why
know
they
what
put
this-
salt on the brim.
Yeah, well, that is part
This
of
is like a lime soda.
it. Without the carbonization and the fun.
Right. It's not agave fun. It's agave boom.
Boom. Boom.
I don't know.
Boom. Go bust. I don't know. I don't. I mean, there's a market for it.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's not for me, but it's
Yeah. It's not for you. We didn't do it. I'm going to bring you something that is for you, though. You're going to love this stuff when we come back. That's pretty good.
Can you see it from here?
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to It's the Liquor Talking. During the break, we tried Agave Boom Margarita Wine Cocktail Lime. I mean, margarita, and you don't have to say lime. It's a margarita, right? I know. Anyways, it was okay. I wouldn't run around going trying to find it, but
You
it
know
was
the
okay.
price point on it?
I don't. They just gave me this was sort of a sample,
Advanced sample.
advanced sample. I think it was.
I think
it
it's
was
a
all right.
cash in on the popularity of margaritas with a ready to drink product that you can just take in a single serving size.
Yeah.
But how hard is it to get an actual margarita?
Well,
in
that's
this day and
that's
age?
sort of my point, and everybody's making some really good ones too, and portable and potable.
Yeah.
Randall, you want to hand me the pickle juice?
I don't know where it is.
It's right in front there.
This?
No, right in the front. Right in front. Nope, on the other way. Left.
Oh, this
There we go. Yeah.
bright. It looks
bright.
like chartreuse almost.
So this is the original pickle shot, dill pickle. They sent us over some. This is now available. It's 15% alcohol by volume, and that'd be 30 proof. But it's supposed to taste. Well, it smells like it. It's supposed to taste like a pickle shot with the vodka already in it.
because
This is brand new. And by the way,
amount
they
of work to make that.
by the way they
right.
supposedly they have
Well,
a
that's-
deal with one of the pickle companies for brine.
They have the dill.
They have the deal. They have a good deal.
Oof.
But this is
Right,
supposed to be
now you see what I.
this is like a pickle shot. These just came in, and but it's like a good pickle shot. All right,
Oh,
it's called the pickle shot. I love this ad, but this is really important though. This is really important though. It's sugar free, it's gluten free,
it ain't sodium free.
it's kosher, it's kosher, and
Yeah,
great
that
in
is salt.
cocktails or just chill and serve. So, oh wait a minute, we got our Gansets here.
Yep.
That's what you're supposed
Thank
to
you.
do.
That's a chaser.
Okay.
Hey, that and the beer is pretty good.
There is a
Excellent.
coating of salt on my lips. A sip
No one
of
wants
the
to check
dill
that.
pickle.
All right, give me the other one.
We need circus peanuts for Randall.
Give me the other one.
No, I mean,
Oh,
first
the
of all,
spicy one.
there's a spicy pickle.
That's a spicy pickle.
All right,
Oh
so
my
this
goodness.
is
Spicy
almost
pickle shot.
overwhelming in its intensity,
Oh,
Spicy
and there's
pickle.
no vodka
Push
that's
the
cutting
table.
this back. It's like you're almost drinking salted pickle juice.
That's what it's supposed to taste like. It's brine.
Right, but I can't even get the vodka in the. Why is it the shot?
Okay, so here's the deal. It's got the vodka in it because what's vodka? It's just an alcohol delivery system. So if you're
But-
going to do a shot, what's good about this is you're actually giving it a shot. Has some alcohol in it, and then you're supposed to have a beer chaser. And here's the hot one.
Here's the question that I have though.
Here's
If
to your
are
eye-
you
here's the
just
mud in your eye.
drinking Pickle juice. If you're doing a pickle shot.
Well, there's
with
several of them.
the-
There's several ways of doing it.
All right, I'm gonna smell.
This one's the
but
spicy pickle shot.
This actually
That's better.
smells
It's the better of
more
the two.
moderated.
Well, I'd be careful. I don't know how spicy this is, guys, or how hot it is. That smells good. I like the pickle
Salt
one though.
is a spice. Oh,
Did you ever?
there's-
Did
there's
you
the
have
heat.
Did you ever have the dill pickle sunflower seeds? Those are good. I love those. You like
No,
those?
I don't like nonsense on my anything.
Dude, I've never seen you
I
eat
like
anything
the pure
without
flavors of a
nonsense.
circus
You are
peanut.
crazy. You are such a liar.
I had to track down the Old Bay, which I thought would be a cute nickname for my partner, but she was quite
You
angry.
didn't like that one, huh? This is
Because
pretty
you're
good.
Bay, like it's your Bay. But I think it's the old part that she got angry about.
Yeah, I think the old part probably did it.
You know.
That's not bad. It's not too hot. It's not
No.
over the top hot.
I'm telling you, it's the better of the two. I'm
Yeah.
not. I mean,
It is spicy though. That's one of those heats that's going to catch up to you.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
spicy enough. You don't think that's spicy at all?
No, it's.
I think it's
don't
going
know.
to. If you drink, the more you drink of this, the hotter it's going to get.
Okay, give me the bottle.
All right. Here, we're gonna try and we're gonna go down Kenny's alley because we
No,
have
we
just
have
a little bit of
have
time.
somebody who actually has mixology taste buds.
Yeah, we have Johnny was right here. Johnny, what'd you think?
And like, what is he thinking?
He needs to scrape his palate. He said.
It
And
does.
he didn't even try it. He
linger.
just smelled it.
No, he tried it. All right, so I have
Crodino.
Crodino. Crodino is a non-alcoholic spritz. They've just come out from the great people at Campari.
Yeah, that's a Campari.
It's a
product.
Campari product.
They
Well,
also make it in red.
I thought this was
Like
Did they make it?
the red is reminiscent of like Sam Bitter and some other stuff.
Correct.
But
And
is
I
this
wonder-
the other flavor.
Yeah, that's a new flavor.
Well, this
to
is a
me.
new
I've never
flavor,
seen
though.
that.
I've never seen this one, so we're trying this one. It says it's a twist
It'll
up,
be a
but
win.
that really
if it,
hurt.
if it
I
has a
must
cream soda.
tell you, if it's made with red number 40, it's not going to be here anymore, right? It's
Is
Well,
part
that
of the
the
Maha,
the crushed
part of the Maha movement. Crust bugs, cochineal.
No, cochineal is
Yeah.
gone. But no, I don't. Does anybody? There was somebody who was still using cochineal, but there is a product that's still available that does use cochineal. But I will
It's
tell you
good.
right now, Campari does not.
Crodino is good.
Crodino, the nose on it's really good. It's
Yeah.
0.0.
Which is my grade point average.
I can vouch for that since he went to Worcester Academy. I can tell you right now that it's true. And I don't think I have that one. Hold on.
sweeter than I was expecting.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's a blend of sweet and
Mr.
bitter.
Lutoski. 0.0.
That's 0.0, Mr. Bukowski. It tastes good. It tastes like it's a little sweeter than I would probably like a spritz.
Yeah.
But it's good. I mean, I
Yeah.
wouldn't really. You put a thing of orange in this, I think you're good to go.
Yep.
I ordered something.
I
ordered
do
something
like
from
this
Italy.
Flavor profile.
Did you?
But
I
I,
hope it was
think
a
it's
Ferrari.
off-putting for a lot of people who might be expecting soda kind of based stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's got that bitterness,
Right.
but it's
Yeah.
it's a little sweet. It has sweetness too, which I think it's a little.
Yeah,
too
so
sweet.
it's well, I mean, look, it's it's balanced, and from the sensation on your tongue, you get the sweet first and the bitter linger after. That's
Which is-
exactly the way your tongue is shaped and meant to be.
But it
It's
also
meant
is
to be.
very thirst quenching.
It
Which is what I've always found about a lot of the bitter stuff is that like you can soda you're going to keep wanting to drink more
Right.
because of the sugar
Right.
or the sensation of sugar. So
I have on order from Italy that I have coming It's an
Pope on a rope.
Aperol. It's a Pope on a rope. If I could find those, I would have ordered that. Just so you know, it's a spritz machine, and you just pull the lever, and it pours a proportionally correct spritz. And so when that comes here, we're gonna experiment with that. And we're just gonna cut up some orange slices, throw some ice in the thing. We're gonna be ready to go.
All right.
Rock and
like
roll.
it.
You like it?
Yep.
All right. I ordered it last night. This is the problem when you wake up at 3 a.m. You
Are you gonna name it?
you do stupid thing. Little spritz?
Yeah, Elliot.
Elliot Spritzer?
Yeah.
Cape Horn. Oh my God. Oh, thank you, Johnny. Cape Horn Tequila. Cape Horn Tequila. Taylor's going to be here, the owner of Cape Horn Tequila, on Wednesday. If you have not signed up, go to juliosliquors.com and go sign up. It's $10 to go, but you're going to get that back in a gift card.
This was
Tyler, he actually did. He actually sailed around Cape Horn, and by the way, in a way too small sailboat. You can watch it because it's a documentary. You can watch it on like Amazon Prime. It's called Hell or High Seas, or Hell and High Seas. One of the two. Look it up. It's great. It's a great story. It's a great little film, and he uses the proceeds for the tequila to help promote a sailing program that he has for veterans. So it's a whole thing. He's going to come and talk about it. This is actually the Blanco. Oh, no, this is the Reposado. He's got the Añejo that's just got released, and we're going to try it on there. It's a great story. He's a great guy. Come down and meet him. Try his 3 different tequilas. I think you'll have a lot of fun.
Are
Tequila
we trying that
Rosé.
one?
Yeah, we can try it.
Yeah, Tequila
I
Rosé
like
at the
Repo.
program. That was one of the most popular tables.
It
People
was
were going nuts for the Cape Horn stuff.
the Cape Horn stuff. He actually, every time, he loves it here. Every time he comes in to like New England, he stops by. He's just a super guy. Here, try that. And I'm really psyched that he is coming back
30
because
seconds.
I missed him last time he was here for the Tequila Road. I was down in Florida, and I missed him, and I look forward to seeing him again. So he's going to be here Wednesday. Please come to that one. Check it out. Don't forget, next Saturday is, of course, going to be the Gin Rummy event from 2 to 3:30. This Saturday, right now, later today, 2 to 3:30 is the Summer Wine Fest. You want to go. It's going to be a great thing. It's terrible outside. Weather in the liquor store is great. Come by and see us. What do you think of the tequila?
Excellent.
And thank you for listening to It's the Liquor Talking with all the updates and all the tastes that we're having. We can also accept a live studio audience in the future. So
Yeah, absolutely. Get your Gansett. Howdy, neighbor. All right, we're out.
Thanks, Ted.
Thanks, Ed. I will hang up right now.
my mom.
I didn't see her.